All right, today I'm rating the first 3 months of the wildest new subscription from My Cigar Pack, their box pressed subscription. Hey everyone, I'm Dave with Beastmade Reviews, and welcome to my second channel here. Now, My Cigar Pack is a service that I recommend all the time. They send me kind of monthly packages of what they're doing, but back in, I believe, August or September of this year, 2025, they released a new type of subscription service called their box press subscription service. Now, at first, I thought this was about box pressed cigars, which I thought was a pretty cool idea by itself. But no, it was even better than that. They were doing a subscription service for a whole box of cigars. And the deal that you would get would be an incredible value for each month. I love this idea, and they actually sent me 3 months worth of this service. So today I want to review these months that I got and just show you kind of an example of what they'll send, and you will be shocked. And of course, if you like this type of content, feel free to subscribe down below. I think you really like it here. And if you're interested in box pressed, or if you're interested in anything from My Cigar Pack, I can't link to them directly, but definitely check them out from my website. Now, my website at the very top has a link to My Cigar Pack. You can go there and check them out, as well as a coupon there that'll save you a little cash. I think you'll really like anything that you get from My Cigar Pack, and of course, that always helps me out as well. Thank you so much. Now, the first time I got a box subscription in the mail was in September of this year. And in September, they were doing a takeover of that month with all of their packs with LFD, La Flor Dominicana. And so the same was true with their box press subscription. So this month, what they sent was a box of their Suave cigars. Now, the Suave is an interesting cigar. It's kind of a rebrand of a previous cigar that LFD had in the past. And in that previous cigar, I believe that was a Connecticut wrapper. But this one is a new blend. It's pretty much a brand new cigar altogether. Of course, this comes from the Dominican Republic, from the LFD factory. Wrapper is an Ecuador Corojo seed. Binder is Mexican San Andres. Filler is Dominican Republic. The size is the Maceo, a 6x48. And right away, there's a lot of coffee, nuts, cream, beautiful sweetness on this. There's even a little bit of honeysuckle, some cocoa, some caramel, and there's just barely a hint of spice there, not much. And then as it progresses further, I get other things as well, like even a slight leather and even a peanut butter M&M type of flavor. Wild. The body flavor and strength is in the medium range, I would say. The burn was slightly wavy here and there, but evened out okay. And it has great smoke output. The draw is perfect on this, with a great smoke smell in the air. I really like this a lot. The start of this was incredible, and I am blown away already by this cigar. In the second third, I get some kind of cinnamon candy and some sourdough, and then the final third, I get even more sourdough, some toast, cinnamon, and cocoa. Overall, this is an amazing cigar. I really like this, especially as like one of those everyday type of cigars. This has a ton of complexity, unique flavors, and I've smoked a few of them already. They're really great. I like this type of medium cigar that is just easy to smoke. It has a lot there. My Cigar Pack said they thought this was going to be one of the cigars of the year, and I can totally see it. For me, this is an A. Absolutely incredible cigar here. Now, needless to say, I was really surprised by what I got for the first month, but I was not expecting what they would do next. The next month was even more of a surprise, because that month was a takeover by Patoro Cigars. And of course, that month from My Cigar Pack, they sent me a couple of packs, and they were all pretty much the same cigar there. They were the Gran Añejo Reserva, and boy, do you need to try this cigar. First of all, the box on this is incredible. I was completely floored by the quality of this box. Really cool outside, but the construction of the box is actually really great by itself. It has a great seal on the inside, meaning you really could convert this into a small desktop humidor if you really wanted to. You might have to season it, but you could do that with just one added step there. Now, the size they sent in this box is the number 3, the Gordito, the 4x58. The origin of this is from the Dominican Republic by De Los Reyes. And the appearance of these is beautiful. Like, I really love this a lot. There's lots of age on this, and anytime you see the term añejo, that signifies that something has been aged. Now, the wrapper on this is an Ecuadorian Connecticut, which is pretty dark for an Ecuador Connecticut. I don't see a lot of them this dark. Binder is Dominican Republic, filler is Dominican Republic, and again, the size is the number 3, 4x58, but the footage that I'm showing here is the number 4, the Robusto 5x50. The blend is the same, and I've actually tried both of them back to back. Now, right away, beautiful light roast coffee with cream and sugar. Gorgeous start. Really great. Then there's a kind of hint of fruitiness there, a slight spice, and maple syrup. And then there's a kind of general woodiness as well. I mean, it is wow, just a wow factor. The draw is perfect and the burn is perfect, and there's great smoke output as well. And I would say the body, flavor, and strength is about a medium on this. In the second third, I get a slight anise and cocoa, and then still that amazing sweetness here. And then the final third, I get some peanut, still sweet, and then more of a licorice in the final third. Overall, absolutely incredible cigar. Incredible. Now, I really like anise. I really like licorice. So that flavor to me kind of really poked out. And maybe some people might not like that as much. And maybe some people might not get it at all. But to me, this is an absolutely amazing cigar. For me, S tier. Probably one of the best Connecticut's I've ever tried. Absolutely incredible. And the most recent month that they sent was this month for November. And that one actually had 3 boxes inside of it. Now, the first one here is the El Mysterious Tiger 3.0. Now, they had other previous releases of the El Mysterious Tiger. This is a limited release by My Cigar Pack in collaboration with Tobacco Tactical, another one of their sub-brands, which is really cool. Really cool tiger on the front there, really like it. And of course, have to rep their shirt here. I really like this shirt. They sent me that as well a while back. And these were made in Joya de Nicaragua. The wrapper on this is a Habano Oscuro from Nicaragua. Binder is from Dominican Republic. Filler is Nicaraguan, as well as a mystery filler. The size is a 6x52, and when you light this up, it immediately starts with some sweetened coffee, some cocoa, and some hazelnut, which I always really like in a cigar. And there's no spice in this at all. The draw is perfect with tons of smoke here. The burn also was perfect, like perfect. And there's a great smoke smell in the air as well. For body flavor and strength, I went back and forth on this. I think this is probably medium plus to full. On the second third, I get some slight earth, slight fruit, and then this cherry cola note that is really noticeable, and I love that. And then there's all the other flavors that I still get here, like the cocoa and hazelnut, the Nutella flavor. Then the final third, I get some similar flavors here, but then there's some added Brazil nuts. I think this is an incredible cigar. I bet this ages really well as well. So enjoyable. I really love the flavors on this. To me, this is an S. I love this. This is a must-have, must-try by My Cigar Pack and Tobacco Tactical. It's amazing. Anytime you see a limited release of this, you've got to snag it up. All right, next box in the month was the Las Calaveras 2025 Sampler Pack. And of course, this one had 4 sizes on the inside. There is a Petite Lancero, then there's an LC52 5x52, LC54 5x54, and then LC56 6x56. I believe you can find most of the sizes here on other websites, but you can only get the Petite Lancero from this sampler. So that's the Vitola that I'm going to be reviewing here. And these look incredible. These are made by my father in Nicaragua. And Crowned Heads always does an amazing job with all of their Las Calaveras limited edition releases every year. So I was really excited to try this one. The wrapper is a Mexican San Andres Colorado wrapper, which is a slightly different type of Mexican San Andres wrapper. Binder is Nicaraguan, filler is Nicaraguan, and again, the size that I'm reviewing here is the Petite Lancero, 6.5x40. Now, right away when I light this up, I'm smacked in the face by this really strong chili pepper. Very spicy. There's some coffee and some cedar and some nuts. And the pepper does die down. It settles down after a little bit. I didn't mind it that much, but I know a lot of people out there that don't like pepper may not like that. And I don't know if the other Vitolas are going to be this peppery. I know a lot of times Lanceros are a little bit more punchy and more potent in the flavors because of the proportion sizes. So I'm not really sure. Maybe that spice comes from the wrapper. I don't know. And this Vitola had a pigtail. Taking the pigtail off just to get the draw was a little bit snug. But when you cut it, it's a lot better. The burn was a little bit wavy, but it was still okay as well. And I would say the body, flavor, and strength on this was pretty full. Now the second third eases into a kind of creamy coffee, cocoa, and nutty cigar, but with a little bit of tang. Not quite spice, but just a kind of general tanginess. And the final third, you kind of get a lot of the other flavors, a little bit more kind of subdued there, maybe a little bit more wood coming up. But overall, I really like this. I definitely want to try the other Vitolas as well. I think I probably would like the other ones a little bit better than the Lancero. Even though I do like Lanceros, I think they may be a little bit better with as far as the proportion of flavors. So for me, I'm going to rate this a B. I'm really looking forward to the other ones, but this Lancero, still pretty good. And then the last box here is the release by Tobacco Tactical, which is for leisure use. Now, this was a big surprise for me because I wasn't familiar with this release at all. I do follow Tobacco Tactical and I see what they release, but I had never heard of this. So when this came in the mail, I thought this was maybe new. I didn't really know much about it. It turns out this was made from a recent blending trip that they made at a cigar factory, though they don't really disclose where that cigar factory is. My guess is it's probably somewhere in the Dominican Republic, since I believe they go to the DR pretty frequently frequently. The appearance of this is pretty kind of utilitarian and boring, but I think that kind of has its own charm in a certain way. This is definitely meant for kind of an everyday use type of cigar. The wrapper on this is a Corojo wrapper, binder is Dominican Republic, filler is Nicaraguan, and the size of this is a 5x50 Robusto. Now lighting this up, there's some black pepper and a good bit of nuts, some sweetness, brown sugar, butter, some coffee, and then even a little bit of a slight fruit as well. The draw is perfect on this, and the burn is perfect as well, with lots of smoke and a nice smell in the air. In the second third, I get a little bit of hazelnut, some toast, a slight mesquite kind of barbecue flavor, and the fruitiness is still there every once in a while. The final third is kind of more of the same as well. I get more hints of that mesquite coming up and more of the toast as well. Overall, this is a really great cigar with a lot of different flavors that I'm used to. It has a kind of strange, plain look to it, but don't let the band fool you. This is a really good cigar. Very complex, unique, and enjoyable. For me, this is a B, but a really high B. As far as a box press subscription here, I've been blown away. I was not expecting this much of a wow factor each month. Each month has delivered really excellent cigars, and each month has definitely been something that I would want again and again and again. Sometimes when you get a subscription, they kind of just send you the same old things. But My Cigar Pack is not that way. They're definitely paying attention to the curation process, delivering something not only just in terms of value, but also in terms of experience as well. And that's what I really appreciate about My Cigar Pack. And that to me is really what separates them apart from other subscriptions out there. And there are a lot of great subscriptions out there. No shade against anyone else. But just for me, everything I've seen from My Cigar Pack really delivers in every possible way. So if you're on the fence about Box Press, about that subscription, about maybe its high price in some ways, I wouldn't be, because these have been absolutely incredible cigars that to me were memorable. Like some of these are going in the best cigars of the year for me. Definitely check out My Cigar Pack in general, but also check out the Box Press subscription. It's incredible. But yeah, definitely go and check out My Cigar Pack from my website. But have you tried Box Press or any of these cigars? Let me know down below. I want to hear your thoughts. I'll see you next time. I'm Dave with Beastmade Reviews. Bye.